First tonight, this is Zachary Patton's new mugshot, now in custody in Indiana.
Police say he is the man wanted for killing two people in West Michigan overnight in two different counties. The first shooting happened at about 9:38 last night at a mobile home park in Kalamazoo. A 31-year-old woman died.
The second shooting happened about 35 minutes later near Three Rivers. A man was killed at that location. We have team coverage for you tonight. Lindsay McComal and Joe LaFurgey are looking into the victims of the murders. But first, Brady Gillum is in South Bend to tell us how this manhunt ended.
Well, Patton was at a grocery store here in South Bend, Indiana, when he told officers that he needed to be arrested.
Okay, why do you need to be arrested? And he made mention of having shot two people in Michigan.
A double homicide suspect wanted in Michigan turns himself in at a grocery store in South Bend, Indiana late this morning. Two police officers were leaving Martin's late this morning after checking on an unrelated call.
There was a gentleman sitting on the bench. The gentleman stood up, walked over to him, and said that he needed to be arrested.
As it turns out, police unknowingly spoke with the suspected murderer in South Bend last night. He was taken to the hospital after he crashed his car somewhere in South Bend. Kronwitter says officers thought Patton was intoxicated.
Did not make any mention of the crime then to the officers.
Patton was treated and released from the hospital.
Where he was in between the time he got out of the hospital until he was over at Martin's, we don't know.
Officers with Kalamazoo and St. Joseph counties drove to South Bend to interview Patton.
He was very calm, very cooperative. It seemed as if he was ready to get his story off of his chest.
We were there this afternoon as police led Patton away in handcuffs to be booked into the local jail. Kronwitter says Patton should have an extradition hearing on Tuesday. Now, after officers took Patton away late this afternoon, I asked an officer whether or not he confessed to the crimes, and I was told that the interview went well. Reporting in South Bend, Brady Gillum, 24-Hour News 8.
As the process continues to get Patton back to Michigan, we're learning more about the victims. The husband of the woman killed in Kalamazoo confirmed to us the target may have been her brother because he's involved with one of Patton's exes. Let's get to Kalamazoo, where Lindsay McComal has been speaking with family and neighbors all day. Lindsay?
Well, so we still are not releasing this woman's identity out of respect for the family because the husband tells me that they are still working to make contact with some family members who are out of the country. But people have been here all day long, coming in and out, showing their respects for the family, bringing by food and flowers. And every neighbor who I've spoken to says that this woman was respectful and showed kindness to everyone.
I heard some noise and saw some commotion and saw the lights and everything, so I came out and tried to see what was going on.
Eli Israel was just getting back from work when he heard the shooting. He says he's always enjoyed seeing the victim's family out in the neighborhood and that she, her husband, and their kids are good people.
God bless you. He's God bless me. Just a good person, someone with bad intentions or a bad spirit wouldn't normally respond with God bless you. They always wave. I always see them playing with the kids. The wife waved.
Like neighbors, Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety never expected something this violent to happen. They aren't confirming many details about the shooting as they continue to piece together a motive.
This is an individual that had very little law enforcement contact here in Kalamazoo. Someone that this is not something that you would have saw coming.
Now, family, of course, have told us what they believe the motive is here. However, KDPS says it is still too early. They are still piecing this together, and they will bring us an update once they are ready to share their findings with us. Live in Kalamazoo, Lindsay McComal, 24-Hour News 8.
The second victim of the double homicide is reportedly the husband of Zachary Patton's ex-wife. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey is live at the home where the man was gunned down near Constantine. Joe?
Brian, tonight in these court records, his ex-wife expresses concern over Patton's mental state. Quiet on the two-lane road lined with small homes and farm fields was shattered this morning by the shooting.
Everybody kind of keeps themselves around here.
Investigators have not commented on what they think caused Zachary Patton to show up at the home and shoot his ex-wife's husband. The court records show a rocky relationship. There was a 2005 personal protection order taken out by the ex-wife against her then-boyfriend, Zachary Patton. It detailed a controlling, abusive relationship. The couple divorced in 2014. Patton was granted parenting time with their 3 children, ages 17, 11, and 8. Patton recently filed for changes in his time, but in a response filed with the court, Patton's ex-wife expressed concerns over her former husband's mental state. She provided the court with screenshots of texts between she and Patton, some exhibiting a calm discussion over visitation, others not suitable for TV viewing, bordering on threatening to both his ex-wife and her current husband, today's second victim. In the response motion, Patton's ex-wife writes Zachary goes through phases of his bipolar disorder where he can be extremely agreeable. But she writes, in those other times, he's extremely angry, vulgar, and threatening.
My heart goes out to her. She's in our prayers. As a neighbor, we're here if there's anything we can do for her.
Brady mentioned that interview with Patton down in South Bend. I talked to St. Joe County Prosecutor John McDonough earlier today. He confirmed that interview happened. I asked him if Patton had either confessed or offered a motive in the case, but McDonough declined to comment. Right now, we're live near Three Rivers. Joe LaFergie, 24 Hour News 8.
All right, Joe, thank you. We'll continue to learn more details, and if we do, we'll share them with you about the victims and the suspect. And as those developments come in, we'll post them over at woodtv.com and look for more tonight on your 24 Hour News 8.